Da, 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 da. Welcome in to today's video here on the channel as we take on. Wow, take on me. Take on me. Anyway, all bad cringy intros aside,
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
welcome in to the video, welcome into the series. I'm dropping stuff off camera, don't mind me, I'm just being a klutz as per usual. And today, we're going to be taking on a new mod called the Executor Mod. The Executor Mod is a fun little Star Wars mod, where you live the scenario of this. From a galaxy far, far away, dark times are coming. In Europe, Hitler has consolidated his power, and his attention is now increasingly drawn beyond Germany's border. Mussolini, Italy, continues to embark on daring military adventures, while the empires of Japan stands poised to attack China and Asia. Almost 20 years have passed since the end of the Great War, and the world has yet again been doused in gasoline. But there is the arrival of new people from a place far, far away from this world. They shall shape the upcoming times for better or for worse. And what that is this scenario here. We can either choose Han Solo and lead the Alliance after crash landing in the desert, or we can take on Vader. We're going to do both of them, but for this video, we're going to side with the dark side, because who doesn't want a bit of Daddy Vader?
I felt a great disturbance in the Force.
Okie dokie, and here we go. I'm not going to read the whole of it, but I'm just going to have a quick breed? No, that's not the word we're looking for. Read, that's the word we're looking for. Oh, dearie me. Quick read through the story. After taking the nearly completed Superstar Destroyer Executor for a test flight, accompanied by many high-ranking officials in the Imperial Army and Navy, catastrophe struck. What was supposed to be a many-hour jump through hyperspace, the ship suddenly lurched out of hyperspace into a gravity well of an unknown planet due to one of the main reactors of the ship failing, sending the Executor crashing down onto the surface. Thankfully, due to the skill of the entire crew, we were able to use remaining engines to move ourselves over land, narrowly escaping a watery grave, and ended up crashing into the vast sea of sand dunes. Here we are. Now, we can choose our leader. We can either go, Lord Vader will bring order, and Tarkin becomes a field marshal, or we will have Tarkin become the leader, and Vader becomes a field marshal. Now, although Vader would be an efficient marshal, I'm going to go for leader, because, well, Vader's Vader. How are you not going to have Vader? So here we go. Darth Vader. He's headstrong, he's got a Sith presence, and he's the Dark Lord of the Sith. The research as well, blaster rifles, AT-OTs. We also have AT-RTs, crawlers, and you know what's even more? That's right, we have TIE fighters.
This is where the fun begins.
We have TIE fighters, baby. So I'm going to go through the motions, play this like any normal playthrough, and anytime something interesting, notable pops up, or we get a decision event or something, I'm going to share it with you. Let's get stuck into this. Let's make the Empire rise. What's next? Oh god, hold on. Deploy the stormtroopers. 7 days. Let's get that done. Oh my god, that's so cool. So after deploying the stormtroopers focus, we got this. We got some troops, but they're literally stormtroopers. Oh, that's so cool. You do not understand the level of coolage that is. Bro, that's awesome. That's so cool. And here we go, the survey completed. A small reconnaissance team of the desert troopers has returned from their survey and had made a disturbing discovery. The area in which the Executor crash landed is surrounded by numerous buildings now destroyed, and may have once been a city before our arrival. Yep, it's called Q8. And after finishing the construction zone focus, we get to choose what we do with the droids. Do we go with more droids, or do we go with more weapons? And I'm thinking more droids because consumer goods factories. It means we can start producing things a lot quicker. Now, I get to choose here. We get to the fortress, turrets to the sky, Sith might, or Tarkin's doctrine. Before we do any of that, I'm going to look over here. If we have a look here, it says reconstructing the ship. I had a brief look, and not only does this focus line give us tons of factories, but the ship that crash landed, we can actually bring it back and put it back into the skies and have orbital bombardment. Orbital bombardment. I need this. I'm loving this. Okie dokie, so in order for us to move forward, we need to first secure the south and the north. First of all, this one here, conquer Iraq. Bro, as if it wasn't cool enough to have them in here already. But they've also got the blaster sounds in as well. Yo, big ups to the developers of this. Dude, this is sick. This is awesome. I live for this. Okie dokie. So, now that we have gone through the amazing ability of taking the north and south perimeter, it's finally time to push on to our next focus. We're going to reinforce the supply, reinforce bases, and then we're going to go here to phase 2, which gives us all these military buffs, but then also opens up the avenues to all of the rest of the focuses. So let's get this done nice and quick first. Okie dokie. Now that we've finally finished that part of the tree to basically establish our foundations here, we now have a bunch of options. First of all, we've got logistics. Now this we can use to give us a hell of a bunch of factories, civies, millies, infrastructure, you name it. This, which is essentially establishing ourselves as a nation here with factories, construction speed, all the buffs you could dream of. This is essentially just giving you 3 stuff so you don't have to trade. And then there's this, which is establishing the repairing of the Excelsior, as well as, you know, security bureaus, this, that, and the other, giving you boosts of all kinds, and then war plans. This allows you to go with the Romanians. I don't know why the Romanians, but the Romanians, and you can annex them and so on and so forth, as well as potentially take land without going to war. So what I'm thinking of doing is I'm going to do the industrial build-up up until here for all rows on this one here. I'll do rural, I'll do urban, I'll do that. And then I'm going to do these focuses here and do the dark side of the force and then war plans. That way I've got enough of an industry to fall back on. And it's interesting event time with the recent discovery and investigation into shielding of Executor being completely inadequate for a vessel of its size. Navigation officers have reconsidered their calculations. We are somewhere between 13 and 15 million light years from the nearest recognizable galaxy. Projections estimate that our galaxy would have been thousands of years from now, and a great deal of time would have been passed by. This is obviously unfathomable. Okay, what do we do? General announcement or hide the truth? That gives permanent, whereas that gives temporary. I'm going to go for temporary. Yeah, hidden truth. Hide it. Now, it seems that I've discovered something quite interesting. As you can see, Oman and Yemen no longer exist. Why? Because we have war goal focuses and we intimidated them. Now we have take and integrate. And I am loving every second of this. We're going to go ahead and take Iran 100 days. Once that's finished, we'll declare war on Iran. I'm hoping everything's going to be fine.
Hello there.
As far as things go, we should have a fairly easy run. Because Germany had the Civil War, the UK seemingly might be going the royalist path, and Japan just went commie. So overall, things are looking great. With the fall of Iran, we now have a few things to talk about. First of all, there's been another rebellion. It's the SSR versus the Soviet Union. Best of love, Bukharin. I don't know how you're going to get on with that. Secondly, new focus. We're going to go down here and click on colonial agreement. 35 days, and after that, we can negotiate with bordering colonial powers on this planet, giving us territories. These territories will help us make our borders more coherent. Gets an event with the UK and France. Unknown government asks for land. So, good news. After accepting or finishing the focus, that's the word I'm looking for. France accepts the offer, so we get Hatay, Deir ez-Zor, Aleppo, Damascus, Lebanon, all of that good stuff. And the UK also accepts it. Look at that. So we have taken all over this land. Next up, these troops are going to move over here. You're going to prep yourself for Egypt because the next focus here is Imperial Operations, Border Conflicts. Gains a core on Palestine. So we get the core, we get the manpower, we get all that good stuff. Interesting. So the way we take more territory is it works like how it works with the Chinese border wars. You go over to decisions and you do your border wars like this. Raid and capture Sinai. Well, we've done that within 25 days, which is fantastic. Next would be raid and capture Cairo. I like that, but I need 50 political power to do that. Also, Austria-Hungary's back. Nice. So after spending a good amount of time boosting Romania's ideology, we finally just turned them into a puppet and have Imperial Romania with Michael I as part of the Empire. It's mad. I love that. I think that's awesome, but that's also pretty damn bad. So, thanks to the joyous occasions of the Empire not even being able to find decent funding for supply, our campaign took forever. We finally finished Afghanistan. We will take all states, but you'll find that now the world looks a little bit strange. Looks very strange. Now, the reasoning because of that is A, we annexed Romania through our focuses, like I said we would. Italy declared war on Yugo. Yugo was guaranteed by France. France got called in. France joined the Allies, and the Allies have just teamed up and completely wiped Italy from the map. Germany's doing their own thing because they are the Empire with Wilhelm. But now things get interesting because I can't expand here. And I've also found this. A certain Solo seems to be causing a ruckus in Africa. Oh, interesting times indeed. It does seem that Turkey's going to be a little bit of a pickle to deal with because they're at war with the Bulgarians. They're at war with the Yugos. Oh, they're not at war with the Yugos, sorry. They're only at war with the Soviets and the Greeks, right? Now, that's because the Greeks are at war with the Turks and the Greeks have just joined the Comintern. So I don't even know if I'm going to be able to get my Turkish territory, which is, you know, not ideal. But before we do that time skip, I'm going to cancel this and do this. The Grand Army. Our new army will appear our cross-owned territories. Hopefully, this is worth it. Well, seems like we're in a whole world of trouble. I did the command to declare on Turkey before they joined the Allies, and they just decided to join the Allies. So not only is the Soviet Union at war with the whole of the Allies are now at war with me. This is fantastic. I love this. I loathe this. We're not at war with Britain, because Britain have the non-aggression pact. I'm not sure how long that's valid for. Probably not very. It's just a matter of time at this point. It's just a matter of time. Well, it seems like the buffs are doing their work for sure. I mean, we've done more damage than the Soviets. We've wiped out more troops of theirs. And we're pushing, without air support, both Africa, India, Turkey, and the Balkans. Everything's good. Everything's rolling good for the most part. So, fun time update. And as you can see, we are winning. Managed to get Turkey to cap. The Soviets held them off whilst we pushed in and took the goods. We've pushed a little bit into Yugo. We are literally taking all of Africa, as you can see. Luckily, the rebels are acting as a border, so I haven't got to trek across to West Africa. I can take Ethiopia and Somalia and just, you know, hope that a naval invasion doesn't come. The British Raj is about to fall. The only downside is I'm going to have to do China as well. That's kind of long, but it is what it is. Things are looking good. I did want to fast forward to the peace treaty, but I thought maybe it'd be a little bit too much of a shock to the system if he's like, oh, we might be going to war with the Allies soon. Dunk. Game over. So after non-stop grinding, we're finally in 1942. The Turks had a rebellion. We're dealing with that. We managed to push through the Yugos and are now into Italy, which is amazing. Germany declared on the Union, as well as everyone else, so they're now acting as a beautiful distraction. And we're now about to beat China. Okay, let's finish off Italy, finish off France, finish off Turkey, finish off China, and then all that's left to deal with is America and Britain. Okie dokie, so now that we've finished off taking France and Italy, I'm going to do a little bit of island hopping, but in the meantime, I'm going to finish off some of the main focuses. Rather than going and doing resources right now, I'm going to go and do this. Establish a city council, all of these fun focuses, but I just noticed at the bottom, we can turn our city into either Imperial Base Avars or New Coruscant. I'm so down for this. And finally, after dealing and trudging, oh, hiccups. Oh, no! After dealing and trudging through the UK and dealing with 3 different rebellions, we're finally here. We've finally made landfall. We're finally in the States, or in the North America. It's time to put an end to this. We just need to deal with the Americans, and then it's game over. Right, let's go deal with the Americans, the Canadians, and the Mexicans. Let's put them all to shame. Okay, so halfway through our great American venture, I've just got a wonderful notification. They're not the last ones. The Chinese decided to declare war on me, and now I not only have to deal with the communist Chinese, I have to deal with the communist Japanese, even though they're fascists. But hey ho, who cares about logic? And by continuing just a little bit more, letting our day tick down, the Armored Corps is about to go straight into LA, which is going to finish it off with the Americans. As you can see, Jaibei Sanma and China both just capped. All that we need to do then is cap the Japanese, but for now it's time to do a peace treaty. There we go, and with one peace treaty down, it's time to wrap it up with one last one in Japan. Naval invasions, gotta love them. And it seems Germany could just not leave well enough alone. Why?
There's always a bigger fish.
You know, I'm not prepared for this. I'm not prepared for this. To make sure that there's enough content and it's not too full, I'm probably going to have to delete loads of what I've put into this recording. So if it does seem like it's too desperately chopped up, please do let me know. Because I'm trying to squeeze in all this madness in once, and I don't want the video to be too long. Let me know. Was it too choppy or was it fine? And finally, oh my word. Okay, right, let's clean this up and set our sights on Japan. Oh dear, it's nearly over. Yo. We are absolutely steamrolling the Japanese. So because it was so easy to take the Japanese and finish this off, I'm going to have us go out with a bang. That's right. We're going to deal with the rebel scum.
You rebel scum.
and Han Solo. And it's time to bring everything full circle and everything to a close. We have declared war on the Rebel Alliance. The goal is New Yavin. Let's end it. And just like that, everything has ended. We took all the land, but puppeted New Yavin. And they are no more. They may have the rebellion, but they are now under Coruscant imperialism. And that was the Excelsior Star Wars mod. I had a lot of fun with this one. The units were great. The sounds were great. The focuses were great. Vader was great. I want to do it again, and I want to do the Rebel tree next time. But however, I want to wait until it's completely fleshed out. Because the focus tree is great. And it does give you options. However, it seems Han's the only one with decent options. Is still waiting for Luke Skywalker to expand, which is going to be epic because that's the one I want to do. So we'll wait for that. But till next time, guys, thank you very much for watching. Again, if you have enjoyed, don't forget to, of course, check us out over here on the channel. Check out more stuff. Drop a sub, drop a like, all that fun stuff. And I'll see you in the next episode. Ta-da!